those things, you need to get those chemicals out of those tanks. They've sent us a list of what's in those tanks and told us it's hazardous, it's ignitable. So why won't you start with the bigger problem first, and then if this is, as you telling us now, is water, leave all of that alone and get those 12 tanks out of here. You can't get those 12 tanks out of here because that stuff is hard in there, and there's no way for them to penetrate it, because I've sit in my driveway and stood in my driveway and I've looked at them.
We've sampled almost every single tank out here.
Okay, but then if you sample it, you know if they say that it's hazardous to your health and it's ignitable. Then why you didn't start with it?
But I mean, I've got 10 vacuum boxes. I've got 23 above ground storage tanks. I've got probably 15 wastewater treatment tanks. I've got laboratory chemicals. I've got drums, totes. I've got vats. That's what we're trying to address. The worst stuff first.
The
The
worst
worst
stuff.
stuff is not this water here.
Okay, and that's just what I just said. So you're repeating what I said, which is correct. This is not this. What's the most important thing is those 12. All it needs is a pinhole, and
Well,
that
one of
stuff
them
is going to
has
blow.
a pinhole. I've seen it.
Is your
My
house
property
within walking
abuts
distance?
into it.
Yeah, I
Can we
could go
take
to.
a picture of it and see?
Well,
what
my
it's
house,
like?
you have to go to the street and go down like that, and all of the
Gray
yes,
metal tanks. It's the tall above ground storage tank.
Yeah, and it got
Those
the
are in
ladder.
secondary containment.
What does that mean?
Secondary containment.
You gotta lay that down.
Secondary
Okay.
containment is basically a barrier that goes around them. So
No,
if they're,
no, sir. I'm gonna have to leave this conversation alone and go to my house, because you're offending me right now at this point. That what that young lady just, I don't know your name, and I apologize to you.
Do I look
ma'am.
that young?
I apologize to you.
do you want to come out here tomorrow and you can ride with me and I'll take you on
No,
the
I
side?
don't want you. I don't want to come out here. I don't want to be out here now.
Okay.
I don't really want to be out here now. I don't even want to be in my home because it's in my home.
Right.
Okay, so that offends me. She said build a cement barrier all around here so it doesn't run off. And that's what those things are housed inside of, cement barriers
But
that
someone
tall.
broke out the cement wall. Why?
They
does.
trying to.
And that's the previous people said that's the vandalism. I mean,
I don't know.
said,
My understanding.
I know this is before you, but
My understanding is they had a metal gate that went into the secondary containment. To me, why would you have a metal gate there? What I was told was there was a metal gate there at one time. Someone came out, scrapped the metal gate, cut the gate off of that, and then it was open.
Okay,
Now, I'm just telling you what I heard.
Let's settle this like this.
Now-
one person at a time.
Now, soil has been placed over that. Now, it's not a perfect barrier,
I'm getting tired of it.
but it does prevent the major stuff from coming off the
But
side.
you shouldn't be telling people things that's not true.
Well,
And that's irritating me. That, what he's saying is incorrect.
Well,
It's incorrect to you because you are not out here. It's
I'm out here
incorrect.
every day, man. I mean,
You out here every day now. You are not living out here now. You don't know what's going on out here when you are not here. And I'm fed up with this. We coming to clean this up. Do you know how many people have been here to try to clean this up? And every time they come here, they try to clean this up. When they get to those 12 tanks, those 12 tanks are what you need to be working on. You don't need to work on this pool right here, what you say is water. You need to be able to get that stuff out of those 12 tanks and get those 12 tanks out of here. You're not satisfying anybody by coming over here running in the daytime and pulling all of these little houses or whatever y'all are doing down and all of that, because it's not these little buildings that are contaminating us and our homes and the property around here. It's the tanks and what's in the tank. Start at the top where the problem is, and the rest will take care
I'm
of
not
itself.
touching any of it.
I know you're not
Buildings.
touching any of the
Look,
tanks,
I would
and
like
that's
to
what I'm
suggest
saying.
that we all get on the bus to see the problem from your perspective, because
Well,
my
come on,
class
you can
is
come-
here.
come
We can all
before
get
you-
on the bus.
Come,
My class is
no,
here
I'm
to
gonna
talk
drive
to
my car
you
there because I'm not coming
and the
down
other
here.
community people. So we would like to
Well,
do that if we can.
Come on.
Go ahead and call.
This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. The bank, Bank of America owns this. When this first closed down, Bank of America owned it. When Bank of America came and say we're gonna start cleaning this up, you know what Bank of America did? They say we spent over $800 and some million to come over here and try to clean this up. When they got to that right there, those things what I'm talking about, they said we don't want to fool with it anymore. We're gonna leave this alone, and whoever want to do this, y'all can do what y'all want with it, because we don't want to fool with it anymore.
Well, I mean, I don't know about any of that. All I know is the trustee, as an environmental consultant, that was working on the project. They didn't have enough money. We got called in to help out, and all I'm doing is trying to clean the site up. And I don't know. I mean, I'm not the bad guy here. I'm trying to help, and I feel like I'm being,
in front of everybody, I apologize to you if it seems like I'm directing all of this to you. But the fact of the matter is, whoever is at the top needs to come out here, because sending you all out here and not doing anything about the problem and the seriousness of directing to correct the problem, nobody has come out here and did that. We continue to tell these people that's coming out here where the problem is located, and they want to fool around on all of this property and fool around all out here and take these little buildings down and move those little things right there, that gray thing right there. Those tanks that are sitting in the back of my house, that gray tank right there, that thing is 12 of them, 100 times bigger than that.
And Ms. Jones, they also got some stuff inside here that they working on too that smells too. That's what he's addressing right now, is what's in them, those things that when they come out here and they turn those nodules,
We need to go over there
stuff leak
before
out
they
here.
start.
This is
Okay,
what they
that's
working on.
fine. That's
So when
white
they
guys,
get through working on this, then they'll run to the
But
bank.
none of the people who were working here before are here now.
No.
They don't have access to the property. They don't have access to the
They're not
property.
coming back anymore.
no. The people that work here, no. I'm sorry.
Off of this right here and say, well, we visited your house and you didn't tell us that this was going on, right? Okay, I mean, when I have to dust my house down every single day, I have bought so many curtains because it comes in through the windows, and it's
Like a grit light.
No, it's not a grit. It's like honey. When it gets dry, it turns like honey. And that's the thing that I'm trying to tell him with this, what he keeps calling water. And I'm fed up with
Might
it.
have to go over his head, okay? So that's the problem. He's not at a level. He's a technician.
That's what I've told him, that who's ever over this, they need to stop sending him out here and sending those people out here. I'm gonna get in my car. Thank you. I
trying to teach the
apologize.
students.
I apologize for seeming upset, but
I was telling them on the buses we rode here, this is how it is. That the community is outraged. They're not getting what they need.
okay, before you go back that way, stand here. Do you see those gray things right there? Okay, those things are the housing tanks. There's 12 of those things, larger than my home, that's housing those things. If you walk down here with me, and you can see the actual size of the tank.
Can I get in front? Can I get in front?
Oh, I'm sorry. That building right there, where that shed is hanging over right there, that's where the man was killed at, right there.
Oh, yeah.
Right in that, where that big opening right there. Watch the cars.
I can't. There's a car behind you. Is this your property too?
No, this belongs to the lady over there. Take a look at those tanks right there. You come right here. You see these tanks right here? You see how big those tanks are?
Yeah.
Okay,
Those are 2 stories high.
that's 12. The size of those things, you're looking at just one side of it. There's 12 of those that runs directly all the way back behind my house right there. They had so much chemical out here until they had to build a stack to burn off the chemicals, and they were trying to burn it off like that. This is the stuff that they need to get out of here. They need to get those tanks out of here before this community don't be here anymore. That stuff is ignitable. They go back there, they smoke, and all of that kind of stuff. All it needs is just for somebody to just smoke a cigarette, throw it away, and this whole community is going to go. All they need is for one good lightning storm to come through here, and like he was saying,
Disaster.
it'll be this community will not be here because one tank will ignite all those 12 tanks back there and everything that runs down there where he keeps calling that water. This will be leveled around here. And those 12 tanks right there, this is my house. This is the beginning of them right here, and the rest of them run behind my house. We can't sleep at night. It got so bad for us around here till we had to do night watch, just to put people on warning when the smell was coming up, because we didn't know if we was gonna have to take flight in the middle of the night or not. Even the city come out here and told us, they would tell us things like, go pack a bag and go stay somewhere until this is gone.
Oh, really?
The city, people that when we call them and complain about it, that come out here to write them up, to give them the ticket, they would tell us, pack your bag and go stay until the odor is calmed down.
Have y'all contacted Rodney Ellis? Did anybody try to get him to come out here and look?
No,
What about Wanda Adams?
Wanda Adams has been out here, and yeah, he's been out. He came in and he came in my house. Now my house is full of this because once it gets in the house, there's no way for me to get it out of the house. I open the front doors, I open the windows, I take fans and I turn them toward the open door, I turn them toward the windows. I have to put cardboard up at my windows in order to try to stop, because my house is 100 years old. The older the house, the more cracks in it. And soon as that odor starts, everybody on the street know. This young lady right here that lives here, she says, we know that your house is the first one that's getting to it. Because their house, then all of that stuff what they're talking about up there, they cleaning all of that stuff all over there. That's vacant lots where they are. This part right here, this is what's sitting on my yard and their yard is the same yard. There's nothing but a fence like that.
I have a third recommendation for your set of demands that you should make. You should demand handheld monitors so that you can monitor the inside of your house.
They did that too.
And what did they find?
They said they in the beginning they said, well, we're gonna give them a fine. They came out here, they dug a well. You see that circle right there at that fence where that brown tank is? They dug a well. They say, we didn't find anything. Everything is fine around here. There's nothing hazardous around here, but everybody on the street has been to the hospital, been to the doctor for one thing or the other. My stomach, my esophagus, and everything.
But you didn't hold that meter with your own hand and take that measurement yourself. They did.
Right, but
I'm talking about you guys being trained on how to do this yourself.
They came last week. It was so bad the other day until a truck from the city came over here and parked in the yard. The truck parked in the yard and stayed there all day. All day they stayed there. They're the people that's telling us, well, we know it's an odor and we give them a fine, and all of that, and then that's the end of it. And once again, I apologize to all of you if it sounds like I'm angry, but at this point, I am angry because nothing is being